both my dogs are down here because my studio space is set up in the basement of this house, and there's like 3 rooms or 4 rooms. There's the wine cellar, that's the coldest room in the house. Then there's the back room, not to be confused with the back rooms, but there's like a back storage room, then a storage room next to that, and then this is a storage room, but this is a storage room that my husband converted into a studio space for me. And now I have both of my dogs down here. They've been mad needy since I came back. Like, mad needy. Raven's right here, literally underneath my feet, and Shayla's chilling on the floor back there. Normally, like, before I left, they were just like, whatever. Not this time. I came back because I had been gone for a while. Raven never knew me to be gone. I was always, like, Madam Dependable. See, you can't trust mommy. Sometimes mommy be boinking off. So, Shayla just looked at me like, yes, you do, and I don't like it. But that's not what any of this is about. I'm just horrified that I have all these pets down here right now. They're all down here, and it's just like, I don't know what's going on. But that's not what this is about. I'm gonna do 2 vlogs right now. Right now. And the first vlog is going to be we'll do a general since I'm already in like general mode. The next one's gonna be a video game vlog. I ain't talking about video games in a minute, but anyway, getting on point. So, I can't find my phone right now. That's separate from this. And not that I had a script or topic. Well, I have a topic, but I just like to have my phone because I wanted to look to see about the things that I was going to talk about. But approximately 2 days before I left Philadelphia, right? My brother he calls me and we're talking for a little bit. And he's telling me about this app that he has that has all this like retro anime stuff from like the 90s on it. It has like Nadesico, City Hunter. I ain't seen City Hunter in a minute. I ain't heard, nobody was really talking about City Hunter back in the 90s. But I used to see City Hunter at the video store all the time. I never rented it. I didn't care about City Hunter. But I would always see City Hunter. It had City Hunter. They had Nadesico. I ain't heard nobody say shit about Nadesico since probably 2000, I want to say 6, 7, maybe 8. Hang on, she want to get in this chair. Let me pause a moment. All right, you see this? You see what's happening right now? And then I got Shayla parking it down. I'm hoping she don't knock stuff over. Okay, she didn't knock anything over. Thank God. Not comfortable, is it? Hold on, let me get these dogs adjusted. Hold up. I have no idea what the fuck is happening today with these animals in here. Shayla, dude. Bro. Oh my God. Oh God. It's a lot today, man. I was talking about Nadesico. Okay, so this app has Nadesico. It has City Hunter. It has a host of shit that I literally hadn't heard anybody talking about since like at best 2008. So I'm like looking on this app and I'm like, why the fuck did my brother tell me about this? Like 2 days before I fucking leave for Germany. And I was like, and I think I did tell him, I was like, why are you telling me about this now? You should have told me about this. I have only been here since January. He's like, I forget because like, bro, literally bro. So, really, we licking the chair now? We doing that right now? Oh my God, I can't today. I can't with these animals today. So, I'm like, I know when I get to Germany, I'm not going to be able to watch this on my laptop. True to form, I could not watch that app on my laptop and on my phone, but because I have Surfshark, not sponsored, which I should be, but that's neither here nor there. Since I have Surfshark, I was able to look at this particular app, and I got to see all the 90s-ness that I, like, they had Maho Sukai Tai, otherwise known as, Magic Users Club. They had Gravitation. I ain't seen nobody talk about Gravitation since 2007. It's just chock full of late 90s or 90s, late 90s, early 2000 madness. And I was like, well, damn. So I'm scrolling through this app, right? And then I found the shit that I used to love when I was a single digit child. So in the 80s, Nickelodeon, before they became Nick, Nickelodeon had like regular children's programming, right? They used to show a lot of like anime stuff. They had like these fairy tales, which I'm about to get into this. But they HBO back in the 80s used to have children's programming, and they used to show the anime version of Wizard of Oz, which was actually like was told like the book, so it more followed along with the book. But I used to be late for elementary school. Actually, I was late to elementary school watching Little Women and kind of The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. The Adventures of Tom Sawyer came on at 8, and Little Women came on at 8:30. Yo, I used to be late for school every day fucking around with Little Women, because it was like a soap opera. They had some good shit on there. Fucked me up where I was late for school like every day for like a couple weeks, because it was just that damn juicy, and they only showed that at 8 o'clock in the morning on a weekday, fucking with child Achan. Can you believe that? This why Achan can't have nothing. But I said all that to say this. They also on HBO had The Wizard of Oz, and they also, this app has That Wizard of Oz, which I didn't get a chance to watch yet. I will sit and watch that. But they had, Nickelodeon used to show the Fairytales, and that's what I was watching yesterday. I watched one on Saturday, and I was like, what? So, I'm saying all that to say this. Why are fairy tales so fucked up? Like, why is this shit so fucking problematic? Like, and I'm not talking about, like, Snow White and Cinderella and Beauty and the Beast and not Little Women, Little Mermaid. Although, none of those stories are told properly. Like, because the Americanized version of these stories, Cinderella, and I think Mom was the one who told me this shit, in the original Cinderella, the sisters were fucking cutting off their heels and toes if to fit in their shoe. I'm just like, bitch, what bloodborne bullshit are you gonna be handing out by bleeding all over somebody's fucking shit? Bitch, you know you can't get your foot in there. Get the fuck out of here. They were cutting off their heels and toe. I ain't see that shit in the Disney version. Although, if it was the anime version, they definitely would have shown that. And I could go for that. I could go for that kind of mayhem. But, no, the American version was, oh, it didn't fit. They put it on this other hoe. Oh, it's not fitting. Put it on that hoe. Who's that hoe in the back? Oh, put it on her. Oh, it fits. Let's get married. Watered down fuckery. Not that story. Little Red Riding Hood. The wolf fucking eats the grandmother. Like, it was no, oh, the woodsman came and cut her out and everybody went home and ate lunch. No, the fuck they didn't. Now, Little Red Riding Hood does get eaten and does get fucked up. The grandma was just done. She just got all Mara fucked up, and that was just it for grandma. They just left that chick dead somewhere. So that's gone. But I do remember reading that as a child. Snow White. Yes, it was. The prince rolls up and kisses her, and they wake up, and the dwarves and them are like, yay, she's not dead, and whatever. But the punishment for the witch was they made her, or the mom/witch, they made her dance in some shoes till she fucking died. And I do remember reading that as a kid, like, well, damn, this is what happens when you be fucking around. So, yeah. So they made her dance in some shoes till she had a fucking heart attack, and they were just like, okay, that's the end of that, and let's go. Damn. So, and I know y'all ain't tell a real ass story of fucking Sleeping Beauty. That shit was fucked up. That includes a sexual assault that when she waked the fuck up 2 years later, she has 2 kids nursing, and she's like, what the fuck is this? And they're like, hey, Mom, how they hanging? Although the one twin was like, yeah, we know how they hanging. They're lazy, Mom. But that's just fucked up. The prince rolled through. It wasn't no kiss. He came in and sexually assaulted somebody and fucked off. And that's not even the fairy tales that I'm talking about right now. I watched 3 of these anime fairy tales. The first one I watched was Snow White and Rose Red, and I was up there complaining the whole time. And it's not that it's a bad story. They're basically, these sisters and their mother are living on the edge of the woods. And I was like, you know what? This is how your ass gets scooped up in a witch hunt. Y'all ain't got no husband, no father figure, no male going around, and y'all 3 chicks living on the side of the woods. This is how people get caught up in witch hunt rumors. So, first of all, that was fucking happening. Then, this, like, they're chilling. Summer goes to fall, fall goes to winter. They're chilling in the house. This bear knocks on the door and is like, help me, I'm sick or whatever. And the mom's like, we need to help this bear. So they like help the bear. He's like, I'm like, bitch, why ain't you hibernating? And where did you learn to speak English? Like, is there like a bear school that I'm not aware of? So that fucking happened. So he stayed with them till after the winter because he didn't know how to hibernate. So he was just hanging out with them and falls in love with Snow White. So he fucks off, is like, I gotta go because I got cursed and I can't tell nobody about this curse. So I gotta bounce. So he dips and Snow White's like, well, damn, why he just dip like that? So later on, Snow White and Rose Red are just chilling in the forest, gathering shit. And then they run into this gnome. And the gnome is like cutting up. He's like, he done stole some shit. But he's trying to hide the fact that he stole some shit. Then, like, he gets caught in a situation and then Snow White has to cut his beard. He gets caught in another situation by his beard. I think he was like, the first time like a tree falls on his beard, they can't lift up the tree, so they cut his beard. And he's like, why y'all cut my shit? And he's like, the one girl, the Rose Red was like, bitch, if we ain't cut your shit, you would have been dead, so shut the fuck up. So he skulks off all bad. Then he's fishing. They're going to fish like another day. He's getting attacked by a fish because his beard is in the water. So they cut his beard again, and he's still mad that they cut his beard. I'd be like, bitch, you lucky your beard is all that get cut. Because right now, you fucking up. I should used to be cutting you. But whatever. So he goes skulking off yet again, all mad. Then, like, some prince is in the woods. And he's like, I'm looking for my brother. And Rose Red sees him. And she's like all in love. And they fall in love or whatever. Then like something happens with the gnome where he's throwing rocks at people. And like the bear comes like, stop throwing rocks at these girls. And basically they kill the gnome. And basically that breaks the spell because the bear was actually the prince dude who was in love with Rose Red's brother. So they all get married, and actually it was the reason the prince bear dude was turned into a bear is because the gnome was cutting up and he was robbing them. That's like how he got all that money. So I was just complaining because that gnome was just a damn mess. And I was like, I don't even know what's happening. So that one was fine. But then cut to the 2 that I watched yesterday. Now, the first one I'm going to talk about, which was the last one I watched yesterday, was something Joringel and Jorinde or some shit like that. It was these 2 young people. They were all in love. And Jorinde he like fucks off doing work to go visit Jorinde. And she's like, why ain't you at work? And he was like, no, I fucked off work to come hang out with you. So, red flag number 1. Number 2, he's like, let's go walking around in the woods. Why the fuck people be walking around in the woods? Do you not know that's where bears and fucking, I don't know, wolves and fucking skinwalkers and shit. All that shit is in the woods. Ogres live in the... Do ogres live in the woods or do ogres live in the mountain? I don't know. It might be some woodland ogre somewhere. But it's some fuckery in the woods. We don't go through the woods because there's always some shit. So, they go to the woods, and it's like a witch that lives in the woods, right? Oh, and there's like this cat. Some kind of way some cat got thrown into that. But we'll get to the cat in a minute. But they walk off into the woods, and like, Jorinde's like, yo, I don't feel safe. I think we should get the fuck out of here because some crazy bitch lives in these woods. And not to mention there was a skinwalker rumor going around like 2 days ago. He was like, oh no, we can just walk, it's fine. Red flag number fucking 2. So they're like getting lost because basically that cat is the witch who lives in their woods, right? So she's mad at them for some shit that Jorinde did, because it wasn't the girl. The girl was trying to help. I think she was trying to be nice to the cat, and he was being an asshole to the cat. And this is what sets all this shit in motion. So basically, see you, Shyla. Be careful going up the stairs, girl. So basically, what happens next is she fucks with them where they get lost in the woods, and some other fuckery happens where they're like, they find her house because they're that fucking lost, and something happens, and basically they're trying to run from the witch, and she's presenting herself as the cat, and she hypnotizes Jorinde and turns her into a bird and curses the boy to be like a coward from now on. Although that was not a fucking stretch, but what the fuck ever. So he gets out of the woods. She's now captured by this damn witch that he set all this shit in motion. Had he just listened to her fears, none of this would have been fucking happening. So he collapses in the woods because she done chased him out with monsters and shit. And he ends up in the cabin with some lady and her daughter. Why are these bitches living by the woods when you know this is how you get caught in a witch hunt rumor? I don't fucking know. But this is what's going on with these women. So, like, she's trying to make it so he falls in love with this new chick. And, like, he kind of starting to like her. But he's like, this don't feel right. I need to go find Jorinde. Yes, the fuck you do. Because you set this bitch in, like, a bad situation. So basically, when she turns into a bird, that Jorinde girl turns into a bird, she sings some song like, find this red flower and our love will help you figure shit out. So he finds, something happens because I'm cooking dinner while I'm hearing this story, looking at this story, not reading, just watching, listening. And he finds the flower some kind of way, and he's like, oh, she's saying about this flower and our love, and she could do better. And our love is gonna fix that. So he goes and finds the witch. Basically, he kills her via anaphylactic shock. He like throws the flower in her face, and she's like, oh, my anaphylaxis is kicking up. And she fucking dies on that flower. Turns out, because she had a whole house full of birds, this bitch was scooping up bitches left, right, and goddamn center, because it was like 18 bajillion women. It was like 11 zillion women in her castle living as birds. And it was just like, the fuck is this bitch doing? She had been scooping up hoes left and right. It was fucked up. So she's like, yeah, you saved me, Jorinde, and our love fixed this. Yo, Jorinde, for real, I would not marry this fucking fool. Yes, he saved you, but was it not important that he put you in this whole ass situation from Jump Street? So I guess they lived happily ever after. She should have fucking left him like, yeah, I appreciate that you came to save me, but bitch, you put me in this damn fucked up situation, so fuck you. So that's how that story should have ended, but it didn't. It just ended with them all kissing. I was like, you need to leave him, because he is all fucked up. He does not care about you. Yes, he surface cares enough to save you, but he puts you in that shit, so fuck that dude. So then the other story I watched was one that they said never debuted in North America, and it made sense when I started watching it. I was like, why did they never show this one in North America? Oh, this one was some fuckery. So this story, I forget what it was called, but these two soldiers and a drummer boy fucking abandoned the military. They just were like, fuck this, we leaving. They left, they went AWOL and was running for their lives, because they like, we find them, we gonna court martial them, and they going up in front of the firing squad. The little stupid fucking drummer boy too. We just out for blood. So they're hiding, and the little drummer boy can't keep up with the two other soldiers, right? So he's like, y'all gotta help me, because I'm tired. And they're like, look, you need to get your shit together. We trying to run from these fools, because we fucking went AWOL, and they gonna kill our ass. So they're hiding in, I think, a cave or something. And the drummer boy is like, I want basically Beelzebub to come and like help us. And the two soldiers like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You calling up Satan, bitch? Fuck you.
So, of course, the devil himself comes up like, oh, thank you, you helped me. So now I'm taking y'all, basically, they were like, not to hell, but you know they went to hell. They scooped them up and took them to hell, talking about they'll have a nice job. They'll have a job and like basically something to do with their lives. It was something he said. I was like, oh, that's fucked up. They like little kids, that would go over little kids' head, that joke that they said. And I got it because I'm an adult and sad. So, and I know what they were talking about. Like, basically, you'll have a job and you'll have purpose. So, you should be happy that I scooped you up. So, basically, the situation with this is, like, the devil was on the outs with the main devil. And, like, basically, the main devil's like, dude, you keep grabbing people and you keep telling them that like if you have to solve these riddles, but your riddles are real fucking easy. Why don't you give somebody some shit that they not gonna get? So basically the little boy kind of doesn't escape from hell, but he follows the lower level devil and to see what he's doing. And like the lower level devil that captured them basically was conjuring up shit for the riddles. And went to the two other soldiers who were trapped in that one room. And he was like, look at this. Isn't this silk real beautiful? What is it? And they were like, silk. He's like, no, it's not silk. Ha ha ha. And then, like, look at this gorgeous horse. What do you think this horse is? And they're like a really nice looking horse. And he was like, no, ha ha ha. It's just a goat. Ha ha. So basically, the little boy saves them by figuring out what the first two were by watching him make these things. But the last one he didn't see get done for whatever damn reason. And then he asked the angels, like, can y'all give me some clarity? Because I don't know what's happening. And they're like, yeah, I guess, because you kind of dumb. So they help him and he figures out the last riddle without knowing what it is. And then in some kind of way they kill the devil. I do not remember how that happened. I guess when he solved the riddle, it like made him implode or whatever. So that's how they leave hell. But I'm like, I can see why y'all ain't play that one in the 80s at the height of the satanic panic. So that fucking happened. And I was just like, oh my god. So yeah, I don't like kids talking shit, getting people sent to hell. Motherfuckers up here, oh no, it's not the woods aren't dangerous. Even though it was like a skinwalker sighting 2 hours ago, it's fine. Why are fairy tales so fucking problematic? Like, a lot of this like, the moral of the story is sit down and shut the fuck up. Because, like, seriously, because if you don't sit down and shut the fuck up and reevaluate your situation, you're going to end up in some fuckery. So, and that's not that was not the moral message of any of these stories. But in all honesty, sit down and shut the fuck up. The only people that didn't end up in a fucked up situation because they caused some shit was Snow White and Rose Red. All they were trying to do was help that dumb damn gnome, and he was just crotchety because he was robbing folks. But the other two, you caused all of this, and this is how you end up in some fuckery. So that is all I have for this random damn vlog with these dogs. Shyla finally went upstairs. But, oh my god, I don't even know. So now it's time to talk about video games. And I will do that in a minute, okay?